Hello and welcome. We'll discuss about the most interesting, the most recent product, and that product which your young daughter will definitely be most excited about using. I'm talking about the period panty. If not all, I'm sure some of you would have heard about this new age product. Today we'll be discussing about how Avni has gone about developing this product and what is the benefit. The first thing let us talk about is what is a period panty and what is the benefit of using a period panty over other products. So first of all, let me show you. This is how a period panty looks. Now, if you just see it right directly, you will see it. No, it looks like a normal panty. It looks like a normal panty that we wear on an everyday basis. Just that there's one difference. That is, if you see the inside now, I'll just show you the inside layer. If you see the inside, this is back and this is front. From the front to back, there is this padding that is stitched. This black thing that you see across the panty, that is an extra layer of padding that is stitched along with the panty. So it is not removable, so it doesn't move. So you don't have to worry about what if it moves front and back, which is a common query with cloth pads normally. So what we have done is we have taken the same concept of using a cloth pad and just made it a little more modern by stitching it in the panty. Now what happens? The benefits of using this product, one is it gives you a lot of flexibility because you just have to wear it and you're done. You can do all kinds of movements that normally get restricted when you wear a pad, any kind of a pad. You normally just experience a little bit of discomfort when you do extreme physical activities or activities like yoga, bending, jumping, swimming. So that is something that will not happen with a period panty. It is very ideal for young girls who are just recently started with their periods, and also women, a little elderly women also, who need to use some kind of a padding or some kind of an extra coverage for minor leaks. So this is a very broad usage product which can be used right from a 8-year-old girl to a 55, 60-year-old woman also. So that's why I said your young daughter is going to definitely love using this. The one that we have developed at Avni, it is available in 8 sizes. So right from extra small size to a 4XL size. So the whole age range of 8 to 60 years is covered in this sizing. Now, let us understand how do you really maintain this? What about the washing? So what happens is, as I mentioned, there is a padding inside. You will see it's a little thicker. The last layer, which is the outside layer, when you wear the panty, the outside layer is laminated from the inside. So it is made leak proof from the inside. So anything that is absorbed here, that does not leak from the outside. So that is what makes this leak proof. Now, when you wear this, you wear it for 7 to 8 hours, 10 hours. After, what we recommend is you use it not more than 8 hours to 9 hours. That is the maximum, because when the blood comes out, it starts decomposing and it starts smelling. So it is ideal that you don't wear this or any pad or any period product for that matter for more than 8 to 9 hours. So after you have used the product, when you have to wash it, just soak it in cold water for 10 minutes. Cold water, not hot water. When you soak it in cold water, or what happens is all the blood that is soaked inside, that comes out, and it becomes easier for you to then completely wash the panty. Now, one question that normally comes up is it easy to wash, and do we have to hand wash only, or we can machine wash? So as I mentioned, once you soak, all the blood is out, this becomes a regular garment. You can also put it in the washing machine. If you want to complete the wash by hands, after soaking, just rub it like this. Do not use a brush. Just rub it like this. All the blood will be out. Just rinse it properly with clean water, and you will understand that now the panty is completely clean, and the water is running clean. Any regular detergent that you have at home is okay to use, there is no problem. But normal detergents are not developed or designed for stain removal, and we are talking about blood here, blood stains. So for that purpose, we have developed a special detergent which is a liquid detergent, and it is also developed for removing stains, difficult stains like blood, haldi, grease, these kind of stains. So I would personally recommend if you can try this detergent, because it is beneficial for not just your period underwear but for all kinds of undergarments, everyday use, other garments that you want to wash which you use during the periods. So I would personally recommend that. But if you have a mild detergent, that will be beneficial. That is not a problem. Now the next question which normally comes up is, how do you, if I'm outside, if I'm in school, how do I use there, and how do I store a used panty? Can I really store one? The answer to that is yes, you can store. When you're done using the panty, of course you will be carrying an extra one for changing. When you're done using, just remove that, wear a fresh one. This panty which is stained, you just have to fold like this and store it inside. This is the other side. You just have to fold it inside, fold it like this and store it in the cloth pouch. This is the cloth pouch that is provided with the panty. You just store it and bring it back home. Nothing leaks. As I mentioned, it is a leak-proof product. Nothing smells, because we are talking little blood, so there's no problem. Everything is got absorbed inside. Nothing is going to smell from this bigger pouch. Once you come back home, you complete the washing process. Just one change is soak the panty for a little longer. Soak it for at least 30 minutes, because you are washing it not immediately, you're washing it after at least 4 to 5 hours. So give it that much time to soak. Okay. So this was about the storing and washing. Now I mentioned about the sizes. One thing which I wanted to mention here is, how do you choose your size? One ballpark that I can give you is, normally the size of the panty that we wear, suppose it is a medium size that you normally wear right now, or your daughter wears right now. In the period panty, you choose one size bigger, choose a large size, for example, because as I mentioned, there is a padding, right? So that padding makes the panty a little bulkier in the center, because of which if you buy a medium size, there is a high possibility that it might be tight fitting for her. So if you buy one size larger, it will be better. In the size guide that we have on our website, we have a very clear size chart. Not just on website, Amazon, Flipkart, wherever you are ordering, we have a very clear size chart. We recommend that you measure your waist and hip and accordingly order the size. Don't go by the regular medium and then order large. Don't go by that. We have put up a clear chart, a clear table. So measure your waist and your hip, and accordingly you match what size will be perfect for you, and then order accordingly. That will be my personal recommendation. Most of the times we get asked this question, that after all this is cloth, right? So what about the infections? What about wetness, these kind of stuff. So for the infection part, first thing is, we have the kind of fabric that we have used to make this panty is bamboo fabric. It is not regular cotton. It is not a mixed blended fabric. It is bamboo fabric, premium bamboo fabric. This fabric is naturally antimicrobial. So normally if you have to dry, you sun dry it. But even if you are not able to sun dry, if you have to dry it indoors, dry it in a well ventilated place, this fabric itself will prevent any kind of bacterial or pathogen buildup. So you don't have to worry about infections at all. Make sure that the panty is completely dry before you wear it and before you use it. Just make sure. It might take, in seasons like winters or rainy season, it might take a little longer, because I mentioned there is a padding. So just keep that in mind. The second question is about the wetness. I will say there is just a 5% chance that you might feel a little bit of wetness when the blood is just coming out of your body and it falls on the panty. Because just immediately when the blood comes out and it falls on the fabric, it takes a couple of minutes for it to get absorbed inside. So just for those moments when there is actually bleeding happening before the absorption happens, you might feel a little bit of wetness. Otherwise, once things have gotten absorbed, on the top you will not feel any kind of wetness. The top layer will give you a good dry feel, though this is again bamboo. As I mentioned, the fabric is completely bamboo. We have not used regular cotton because regular cotton is not antimicrobial. Regular cotton retains stains. It does not leave stains very easily. And the third reason is regular cotton does not maintain the temperature. It is not as breathable as the bamboo cotton is. Plus, this is an eco-friendly material. Bamboo and bamboo fabric is a naturally eco-friendly material. So that is one of the reasons why we have used this. Another common query that we normally get is how many panties should we keep? Because one you're using, so what about the other number that you need to keep? So for one cycle, if you're using only period panties, you will need at least good 5 to 6 panties, because in a day, in a heavy flow day only, you will be using 3, and then those will be drying on the next day. So you need to have at least 2 to 3 more in buffer, so that even if one panty doesn't dry in time, you have a little bit of extra for cover. And heavy flow days, when you need to use more and more number of panties, you have an extra cover. Third most important query is, can this be used for heavy flow? Yes, the answer is a big yes. It can be used for heavy flow days also, because the built-in absorbency is sufficient that it can cover heavy flow days also. The only thing is you might need to just change the panty a little more frequently. Let's say on regular days you're changing the panty in 8 hours. On a heavy flow day, just keep a check. You might need to change it in 5 to 6 hours. That is the only difference. Where can you buy them? You can buy them on our website, Amazon, Flipkart, JioMart, a lot of other platforms where we are available. And do try these for your daughter. I'm definitely sure she will love them, because that is their age to be very, very physically active. So let's not restrain them from those activities just because of periods. We have a product to give them that kind of flexibility, that kind of independence and freedom, and let's make the most of whatever is available, the new age products that are available.